Welcome to America Reads Fun Learning Activities. We are college students who create learning activities for kids. Our fun activities are focused on subjects such as reading, writing, and math. Thank you for joining me to learn today. My name is Zoe, and in today's video, we're going to be talking all about informational text and the butterfly cycle. Before we jump into today's fun activity, we're going to review what informational texts are and what we should be looking for when we read them. So, as we see here, informational texts are non-fictional pieces of writing that seek to inform the reader about a certain topic. This topic could be related to math, reading, writing, or social studies, or even science. When we are reading informational texts, we want to be looking for facts, new pieces of information that we didn't know before, and finally, key concepts, words, or definitions. Today, we're going to be reading a short informational text about the butterfly cycle. I will read the text aloud, and you can either read along with me, pause the video, or listen to me read. The informational text says, "Butterflies are beautiful insects, but did you know that they have a complex lifestyle? First, adult butterflies lay an egg on a plant. The egg is very small at this stage. Next, the egg turns into a larva. This is like a caterpillar or a worm. The larvae transform into a pupa or a chrysalis. In this stage, the caterpillar is in a cocoon. It is transforming. Finally, a beautiful butterfly emerges from the chrysalis, and the butterfly cycle continues on." Great job, students! That article definitely gave us a lot of information about the butterfly cycle. Now, we're going to get started on today's activity. We will be creating a diagram based on what we learned about the butterfly cycle. For this activity, you're going to want to use a black pen or marker, and crayons, colored pencils, or markers, whatever you prefer. And so we're going to start off by mapping out what we want our diagram to look like, using arrows. So we're going to draw arrows in a circle-like shape. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw 4 in total. So we're going to start right here by drawing 1. We'll do another one right here. 1 right here. And 1 right here. So there we have 4 arrows, and we can label our cycle as well. So we can label it 1 for stage 1, 2 for stage 2, 3 for stage 3 in the life cycle, and 4. And this shows that it's a cycle that keeps going on and on, as we discussed in the text. So what we're going to start off by doing is we're going to label each cycle. So we labeled it 1, 2, 3, and 4, but now we're going to label it by what is going on in the cycle. So first, do you remember what the butterflies do? Right, so they lay an egg. So we can write butterfly lays an egg. So that's what we're going to draw right here in this part of the cycle. And next, do you remember what the second part is? Yes, exactly. So that egg turns into a larva, and that kind of looks like a caterpillar or a worm. So we can write that. Egg turns into larva. And so after the egg turns into a larva, which is kind of like a caterpillar or a worm, what happens next? Right, so the larva turns into a pupa or a chrysalis. And so this is kind of a cocoon state, and it's hanging and it's transforming in the cocoon. So let's try to describe that. We can write larva turns into, you could write chrysalis, pupa, or cocoon, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna choose to write chrysalis. And so finally, what's our last stage of the butterfly cycle? Right, so the butterfly emerges from the cocoon, chrysalis, or pupa, and that's the butterfly. So we could write butterfly comes out of the chrysalis. And so now we labeled each one of the cycles. And so what we're going to do is we're going to draw what is happening in each part of the cycle. So here I'm going to draw a butterfly. It could be any color. You can get creative with this. And I'm going to color it. Doesn't have to be perfect. And so if we remember correctly, the butterfly lays an egg on a plant. So we can draw a plant here. And we can try to draw a little egg. These eggs are usually white, but we can use gray. So there's the little egg. So let's read the next one. The egg turns into a larva. And so I'm gonna draw the plant, but up closer. So there's the leaf on the plant. I'm gonna show a worm. It doesn't have to be perfect, but he's definitely there. Let's give him some eyes. And he can have fun colors. So there, the egg turns into a larva. Next, we have the larva turns into a chrysalis. So what a chrysalis looks like is there could be kind of a branch on a tree or a plant. And what happens is there's like a cocoon type thing and it just hangs off of the branch. And in there is the larva turning into a butterfly. So we can kind of show that maybe it's moving and transforming in there. Make some little signs there. And so it's moving in there and it's transforming into a butterfly. And so let's move on to the last one. The butterfly comes out of the chrysalis. So this is the most exciting part. And we can kind of show maybe the chrysalis. And then we can show our butterfly. Be any color. I'm gonna make mine have a black middle part, and I'm gonna make mine pink. There's many different kinds of butterflies, but all of them go through the same life cycle, which is these 4 steps. So there's the butterfly, and that is the butterfly cycle. Great job, students. I really hope you learned from this activity and learned a little bit about the butterfly cycle. Thank you for joining me to learn today. I hope you come back and learn some more. Please be sure to press the like button and subscribe to our channel to see more videos.